7.2 million years ago. The dinosaurs have long vanished, but their power still lingers. Their bones rise from the earth like monuments, their shadows carved deep into the instincts of every creature that walks the savanna. For the first humans, fragile and scarred, the world is alive with echoes of giants. To survive, they must learn not only to fight the beasts of flesh before them, but the ghosts of monsters that still haunt their blood. The savanna stretches beneath a pale, dusty sky. The air trembles with heat, a shimmering veil that bends the horizon. Acacia trees claw upward, twisted silhouettes against the glare of the sun. Golden grass whispers as the wind drags its fingers across the plains, carrying the scent of dust, of rain yet to fall, of predators hidden in silence. A band of Homo erectus marches through the grass, their bodies built of muscle and endurance, their faces heavy-browed, their eyes sharp. Across their shoulders hang hides of antelope and zebra, stitched with bone needles, patched with sinew, torn by age and struggle. Their garments flap loosely, leaving scars and coarse hair exposed to the burning light. In their hands, they clutch stone blades bound with fibers, crude clubs hardened in fire, weapons fragile against the scale of the world. They walk with vigilance, every step haunted. For in this land, danger is everywhere. The snapping of a twig, the flutter of birds, the crackle of dry earth beneath their calloused feet, all could mean predator. They have never seen dinosaurs, yet they carry them in their blood. Every roar in the distance becomes a shadow of the past. Every thunderclap becomes a giant's footstep. Even the tremor of mammoths moving miles away stirs fear of monsters long gone. In their minds, the earth is still ruled by giants. The group halts near a ridge where the bones of a buried beast rise through the earth. Colossal ribs curve skyward like the walls of a broken cathedral, half swallowed by sand and time. The matriarch steps forward, her hide patched with scraps of leopard skin, her chest marked with scars of battles past. She kneels, pressing her forehead into the dust, and the others follow. Children cling to their mothers, trembling beneath ragged hides. The matriarch scoops earth into her hand and spreads it across her chest, dust mixing with sweat, with scars, with breath. A ritual older than words. Fear becomes reverence. Reverence becomes law. And law becomes the first story humanity ever tells. Survival does not come from strength alone, but from honoring what came before. Night falls. The sky burns with lightning, then drowns in darkness. A fire flickers inside the shelter of a cave, its light spilling against stone walls. The flames twist, shadows leap, bones etched into the rock glow in orange flicker. Dinosaurs march across the walls, not as fossils, but as living beasts, conjured from shadow, flame, and memory. The children stare wide-eyed, their faces glowing, their small bodies wrapped in patched hides. Elders gesture with guttural cries, hands carving the air, retelling the tale of giants. They transform bones into gods, storms into voices of titans, predators into demons sent from the deep. Around the fire, the dead walk again. And from story, fear becomes knowledge. Knowledge that guides them through the savanna's endless night. Then a sound, a roar that cuts the silence, low and thunderous, shaking the fire. It is no dinosaur, but a saber-toothed cat, muscles rippling as it emerges from the grass, eyes gleaming with reflected flame. The Homo erectus rise in panic, clubs and stones raised, hides whipping in the wind. To them, this is no mere predator. It is the echo of the monsters their fire had conjured moments before. The beast lunges, claws raking flesh, hides tearing, dust exploding into the air. Cries of terror fill the cave mouth, children pulled back as warriors strike. Fear does not scatter them. Fear binds them. They circle, they strike, each blow a desperate defiance. Together, they drive the predator back into the storm. Their stories of dinosaurs have taught them this. To survive, they must stand as one. like the giants they imagine once stood together. The wounded collapse inside the cave. Blood drips onto stone, mixing with dust. The matriarch crouches, pressing mud mixed with crushed leaves into gaping wounds. Her hands tremble but do not falter. She does not see fossils above her. She sees lessons. Just as the giants fell, so too can the predators of today. And just as dinosaurs ruled together in her imagination, so too must her tribe endure as one. But survival is never simple. Mist rolls across the savanna as dawn approaches. From the haze, another band emerges. Their hides are darker, patched with leopard skins, their clubs heavy, their stone blades sharper. They approach the fire, their eyes narrow, their steps silent. The air thickens with tension. They too claim the bones, they too worship the giants, but their stories are not the same. To them, the fossils are different gods. To them, the rituals of others are false. The crackle of fire is drowned by silence. Fear sharpens into something new, rivalry. And when myths collide, so too do men. The first stones fly. Clubs smash against bone. Fire scatters across the ground, sparks rising like stars. The cries of children mix with the roars of warriors as bodies crash against one another. Blood spatters across the ancient fossils, staining the ribs of creatures that had fallen millions of years before. In the storm of violence, myth becomes weapon. The memory of dinosaurs, once a bond, now a blade. The bones that once united now divide. Then the earth itself answers. From the tall grass, another predator approaches. A massive hyena, larger than any that will live in the future, its body a wall of muscle, its jaws a cage of bone-crushing teeth. Its eyes gleam with hunger, its growl rolling across the plain. Both tribes freeze, their hatred swallowed whole. In that moment, they understand. The earth does not care for their quarrels. It brings its own judgment. The hyena charges, and for the first time, enemies stand side by side. Clubs are raised shoulder to shoulder, spears thrust together, stones hurled in unison. The beast lunges, jaws clamping onto flesh, dragging bodies into dust. Cries of pain cut through the storm, but the band does not break. Blow after blow falls, blood sprays, dust rises. And with every strike, every cry, they prove the truth the dinosaurs left behind. Survival belongs not to the strongest alone, but to those who endure together. At last, the predator collapses, its body torn, blood soaking into the soil beneath the fossils. Silence returns, broken only by the crackle of fire and the ragged breaths of survivors. The rival band withdraws, leaving the victors trembling but alive. In the cave, new marks are carved into the stone. Beside the shadows of dinosaurs, the image of the hyena is etched, immortalized in story. Myths grow layer upon layer, weaving past and present into a single legend. The dinosaurs live on not in flesh, but in memory, guiding hands and hearts through endless struggle. Dawn rises, spreading gold across the savanna. The band walks into the light, hides patched, wounds bound, children pressed close. Behind them, the fossils of giants loom, eternal monuments of a world long gone. Ahead, mammoths graze in the mist, colossal silhouettes against the rising sun. The dinosaurs are gone, yet their influence endures. In every story whispered, in every fear remembered, in every act of survival carved into human blood. In their memory, humans learn courage. In their shadow, humans discover unity. And from their absence, humanity begins to rise. This was just one step in humanity's ancient journey. More beasts, more battles, more legends await. Subscribe and ring the bell so you do not miss the next chapter. Share this story, and together, let us make this channel stronger. And if this tale moved you, wait until you witness the creature that even the mightiest feared.